Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete, and certified high performance coach. Are you ready to learn how to be a global person of interest? The global mindset. What do we mean by that? I'm going to give you 3 tips to be a global person of influence. First, high performance habits. You got to master these because those are the habits that'll get you to that. It's a mindset, it's a journey, and you have to have strategy. And if you have all 3, your chances go up significantly. You leverage yourself. And when we talk about clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence, we're talking about Brendan Bouchard's High Performance Habits best-selling book. He has the largest community of personal development in the world, 70 countries and several 100,000 people and growing because he delivers value. So you get clear about what you want to do. You have to have the energy, both mental and physical. You get courage from doing the things that are outside of your comfort zone. There's a lot more to it, but that's the essence. In productivity, we always talk about 3 days in one. Having a 24-hour mindset, when we've changed in the last 100 years, if you serve yourself with 3 mini days, you're getting 3 days in one, and somebody else is getting 24 hours and thinking 24, but think 3 6-hour days. If you do that, you're going to be performing at a higher level. And if you batch your time, you're going to get an even higher leverage return on what you're doing. Doesn't matter what you're doing, but you got to get the fundamentals down. And to be a global influence like we're going to talk about now, I'm going to give you a free $300 course. And that's going to help build that foundation. Because if you build a foundation, anything can be built upon it. But if you have a weak, unstable foundation, we know what that's going to happen. So build your foundation, then you can scale your floors to get to whatever height that you can. And the opportunity, the bright opportunity, is global now. So I want you to act local, but think global. Act local, think global. And this video can be seen by my team in the Philippines. They're 12 hours ahead of us. People around the world can be taking advantage of what you offer, but you got to have a strategy. That strategy is not one video every so often. I do a lot because I had to learn how to talk again. So I was learning a skill, creating content, doing podcasts, 400 plus. You get better if you're always focused on improving. So I journal each day, several times during the day, to learn. I learn from my guests. I learn from my conversations. I learn from just listening to what people say. And when I go on YouTube or Growth Day to gain skills, I'm focused on what I want to do to get better. I have 3 skills I want to improve on. That's speaking, coaching, and creating a global influence strategy. So I have to create more content because the number of people that are creating content is more than you think. So if you're just thinking one every month, one every couple weeks, it's fine that you started, but you got to think now speed. With AI, the business of speed is increased substantially, tenfold, hundredfold, whatever you want to say, it's increased. So if you're still doing a pace that's slower than the speed of what's happening in the world today, you're going to get smoked. And if you get smoked, you run over the train instead of jumping on the train. So when I give you a course and then I challenge you to get started, because I call people every single day, I talk to people, I ask questions, I hear what they're doing. I want to encourage when I can. However, the journey that they're on, we're all on a journey. Entrepreneurship is tough. Don't let anybody think it's easy. If you want easy, just get a job that pays you consistently every single week. Nothing wrong with it, but it's a journey. And if you want to get out of your comfort zone, you want to learn skills, you want to keep getting better, you want to be comfortable. What is it? You want to honor the struggle. You want to be comfortable with pain because it is painful. You're going to get you're going to find out how good you are. You can't hide behind a paycheck. You got to create it. And if you create it, you know you've created value. So when we talk about learning the high performance habits, it's going to be critical for you to practice how to win friends and influence people. I mean, this is a global classic. This is the copy my dad gave me many years ago. It's probably 80 years old. It's up on my bookshelf. Let me see if I can see it. I'm trying to think. There it is. Hold it. I always get this right there. See right there? There it is. Same copy as. No. It's always weird when you're trying to point to something and it's flipped. But it's a classic. It will always be a classic. The one thing that's changed, they didn't have the internet back then when Dale Carnegie wrote this book. They didn't have AI. They didn't have the speed of how things are changing. They didn't have a global opportunity for you. So you have to be strategic. Practice the same principles. People have to know, like, and trust you to do business with you. So that's never going to change. But what is going to change is, do you allow a person to go on a journey with you? Do you have the curiosity? Like we say, we generate leads, create cash flow, and build thriving communities. Now, if somebody doesn't ask me about that, when they ask me what I do, I don't say anything more. Oh, I podcast every day. I do live events. I do virtual events. I also do coffee once a week, coffee time once a week online. And podcasts helps me learn, grow, and build relationships and connect people to my community. I don't say all that stuff. People are going to run if you throw up on them. So build curiosity. If I meet you in the grocery store and for some reason, I have my 2-color shoes on and you're asking me why I wear 2-color shoes, I say, so I can have conversation with you. Or I'll say something like, I have a matching pair at home, don't worry. I'm not totally lost in or whatever it is. I just make up stuff as I go along. But I want to have meaningful conversations. And when I do, and they ask me, I will tell them what I do. Then if that's the extent of it and they don't ask anymore, they might go home and probably will, if I've done my job of building curiosity, they'll look me up. And when they look me up, they got to go on a journey to know, like, and trust, because it was just a 5-second conversation or 2-minute conversation. You're not going to build know, like, and trust online with 2 minutes. People you have to be able to get into their 150 people that they know, like, and trust. It's their relationship wheel. And if you can't get in there, you're not going to do any business with them. So if you're out there and you're not being good at pitching, good at building curiosity, good at bringing people into your journey with you and creating massive demand for your business and delivering the best service you can possibly deliver, because you control your supply, but you always drive your demand. And when you do that, lots of demand, limited supply gives you a great business opportunity. Lots of supply, no demand, you're not going to be in business long. You're out of business. And plenty of people do it. They work on the supply. Demand is the key. Drive demand. Put yourself out there. Allow people, thousands of people, to go on a journey. Have a predictable system. And when you do that, I think it's called leads. No, I don't know. Daniel Priestley, which I want to share with you, wrote the book Key Person of Influence. He's the master at understanding demand, understanding what it takes to build businesses online, scaling businesses online. Buy this book. Be the best investment you'll ever make in understanding your simple strategy. 7-11-4, 7 hours, 11 buying signals in 4 different platforms. There's plenty of videos on that in our YouTube channel, and you can just search Daniel Priestley, Key Person of Influence, put 7-11-4 in there, and you'll see enough information that he's put out there, that we've put out there, really following his lead. They always say success leaves clues. You want to understand how to have a global mindset and build that online person of influence? Follow Daniel Priestley. Watch him. Listen to him. Take notes. Buy his books. I have all 5 of his books. All 5. I think there's one, right? Let me see. I'm trying to get this right there. It is. Entrepreneurial Revolution. Right there. Right where my finger is. I'm getting better at this. And then if I go, buy back your time, right? Oops. There we go. Right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. Then this book. It's a classic by John Maxwell, Thinking. I get up. This is a little off subject, but it's pertinent to this book. I get up, drink my water, hydrate from the sleep will dehydrate. So you hydrate your body. I journal. I think. I listen to Growth Day. I get my 5 to Thrive. I learn, I plan, and I implement. I do that every single day. Thinking in a day that our attention span has gone way down is a lost art. So if you can learn how to think, and the best way to do it is start journaling. Just get a piece of paper out or get a notebook. Now it's back to school, so buy a $1 notebook and just start writing. I had a guest on, and she had a good point. Some days she writes a lot. Some days she has writer's block. But if you just get in a habit of just writing, it's amazing. There is no writer's block. It happened to me. I'm dyslexic. I failed English in high school. That was my primary language. You asked me a couple of years ago, if you would have told me a couple of years ago I would be a writer, I would have told you you're crazy. I always would speak and write. I would speak into. I use Siri all the time. I use all the different ways to talk into it, because if I have a 10-word sentence, I'll spell half of them wrong. So I'm always using the A word, Amazon word. I won't say it because it'll come on. Dispel my words because I get in that flow. I never was until I started it. But that's giving me thinking, thinking, thinking. That ability, you'll never be replaced. You're kind of thinking, man, is my job going to be around? There's going to be a lot of jobs eliminated, no doubt about it. And if you're doing a repetitive task in whatever you're doing, I would try to think of a new skill because you better learn some new skills because those boring, repetitive type positions out there are going to be replaced by AI. But you can still think, you can still create, you can still learn something new. And when you do that, you become a key person of influence because the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And as I give you this, okay, I always hear, because I talk to people every single day, and I hear, let me see if I can make this a little bigger so you can see it. Hold on here. Okay. If I've heard it once, I've heard it 150 times. I'll start when? I'll start when I finish this project. I'll start when I get through my busy season. I'll start when I do this. And the people that have said this for the last couple of years have yet to start. So we fool ourselves by saying we're busy. We just have to learn how to prioritize better. I have all the flexibility built into my schedule. I do the things I love to do that I can get the most impact from, but it didn't start out that way. It started by doing things and prioritizing things, and you get momentum, and you get momentum. So if you go to, let me see if I have it up here on the screen. I think I do. Hold on here. I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay, here we go. All right. Go to, wait a minute. Let me think. Hold on here. I'm, see. Yes, here we go. Here we go. Go to pkane.me/start. We'll provide for you 10 podcasts, 10 produced podcasts. 10. We'll do it in 30 days, so we'll have a mindset of getting things done. I have 4 of these. I'm going to do 4. So if you want to do this, do it. Because you get a $1,200 value, more than a $1,200 value. All my courses, Podcast Academy, journaling course, mindset, goals, and habits, courses, the key strategic partner course, level up your peer group course. These are courses that are going to help you to be a global person of influence, help you on your journey of being an entrepreneur. It's never been easy to start. It's just as equally as hard. You're going to have to get used to pain. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. But if you're not ready to get out of your comfort zone, that's okay. Everybody makes a decision. But those that want to do something, want a new career, want a new skill, try our starter packet. 10. That gives us the ability for people to get to know, like, and trust you. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And the first step is go ahead and get yourself out there. You don't need to know what kind of mic to use, what kind of program. We use StreamYard. We help you. We help you get started. We get you to momentum. Once you do 10 podcasts in 30 days, you go, man, that wasn't that hard. But in our mind, we always want to wait till it's perfect. And if we wait until it's perfect, we never do it. Nothing is perfect. Jeff Bezos once said, when they're making decisions, they first wanted an environment of failure. Like, we don't want people to be afraid of failing because we learn. And then the other thing he said is, we would have about 60 to 70% of what we needed to move forward. And a lot of times we think we got to be 100% sure. 100% is not an option if you want to be an entrepreneur. It's do the most in the quickest amount of time and then do it. You might be thinking, well, how many hours am I going to put in to get started with 10 podcasts in 30 days? Now you're starting to be the perfectionist. Just do it. $300 to start. The worst that can happen is you got 10 podcasts out there, 10 pieces of content that people can start the know, like, and trust journey with you. The best is you see how fun, enjoyable, and you build your confidence. You get bolder. When you get bolder, you move forward. And when you move forward, you start to see that anything is possible. The magic is in you, and anything's possible, but you got to get started. Perfectionists, you got to put it off the back burner. Our perfectionists never start because they want 100%, and there's no such thing. Get as much information as you can. Go to pkane.me/starter, and you can see where you can, if you're one of the first 4, we can get you going. We'll schedule a strategy, 15 minutes, and then we're going to get going. We're going to get going because we are fast. You got to be fast in business today. A day is like 5 years ago. AI is changing everything. It's flipping the world upside down. And if you don't have a sense of urgency, and you don't learn how to leverage your time, leverage AI, leverage your entrepreneurial skill, leverage your failures, leverage. If you can do that, you start learning and you start getting better and you start saying, dang, this wasn't that hard. I understand it now. And then you say, well, I'm going to do a little bit more. We always like to have fun in what we do. I am having the most fun I've ever had in my life because I'm always creating and doing the genius zone, as they call it. I podcast, create courses, and I high performance coach. I transform people. If you're looking to be transformed, we give away our course, we give away our live coaching, and then if you're one of the people that want to move fast and you want to invest in yourself, then there's limited one-on-one coaching opportunities. That way, there's always a waiting list because we want to teach you the importance of demand, supply. You got to get that ratio right. Massive demand, limited supply, and your supply's got to knock the socks off your client. The attitude is they're telling the world about you. And if they're telling the world about you, your demand goes up and you keep driving demand up. Keep driving demand. That's where you can scale. You build your foundation, and your foundation is, let's go back to it, high performance habits. Your foundation is clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. The 5 high performance habits. Search Brendan Bouchard. See what's out there. He's been doing this for 20 plus years. And if you wanted to hire him, you better have $1 million because that's what he charges. And he's worth every penny of it. He certified me as a high performance coach. I got started with Growth Day, and then I got hired a coach, and I had a coach for a whole year. Mark Matthews, 6 months. The incredible coach. He has a PhD in human persuasion or human something. Has to do with the mind. And he's a phenomenal coach. I had 6 months of Mark pouring into me, challenging me, changing me, transforming me. I had Drew and Christy, and they did the same thing, transform me, kept helping me get better, breakthrough, get better, have that mindset of high performance habits, challenge myself, get out of my comfort zone, move forward. And if a coach can transform you, you got a winning combination. That's why we have certified high performance coaches that will coach our community. 20 people. And let me see if I can give you this. Hold on. I didn't put it in here, but hold on here. Nelly, I love that. Okay, hold on here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, nope. Let me see. There it is. The gift of learning. I want to give you a gift. All right. $300 digital high performance mastery course. Course I put together based on Brendan's framework. So you're going to get clarity, energy, courage, productivity, and influence. You're going to get the mastery part of it. Soon as you hit the mastery stage, it's going to invite you to join live group coaching with 10 business-minded people that want to be a key person of influence, 5 of our wonderful veterans, and 5 of our future leaders. Together, you're better. Together in a community that's thriving, that every single week we're going to work on one framework. So we're going to get the 5 high performance habits. We're going to go into the mastery stage. There's 2 sections, 2 times we're focusing on productivity. And so when you understand how to be more productive and you can prioritize better, you're going to get better outcomes to what you're doing. You're performing at the highest level. Master whatever you're doing. That's the excitement, the aliveness. We talk about the 4 human drivers: aliveness, connection, meaningful purpose, and growth, personal growth. Those, when you have that, man, the wind's behind your sails. Okay, so use the word, let me go, hold on here. I'm going to go to the course because I'm giving you the course. The course is at pking.me/connect. Look for the course, use the word gift. My gift to you. My gift to you is not only the digital 12 module course, but once you hit session 7, it's going to invite you to the live group coaching. Then at any time, if there's spots available, you can get one-on-one. As we reach out to more of our certified high performance coaches in the community around the world, we'll be able to provide for you. So as our demand grows, we'll provide the certified high performance coaches. Then when you want to go on a faster and you want to invest more in yourself, there will be an option. All righty. Oops. I got another podcast. So be bold, make an impact, and have fun. Be bold, make